Hey, what's up there, Kisami? Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 5, Animalize. Tom and Zeus, once again, back talking everything Kiss. Tom, how the hell are you?
I'm good. I'm trying not to laugh right now because that that intro just gets me all the time.
We have our silly little inside jokes. I'm curious if anybody can pick up where do you think that came from? We were talking about, like, should we have some sort of a intro, like keep it the same? I'm like, yeah, let's have something that we know the show's starting. This is how we're going to do it. And I'm like, all right, well, what do we do? There's certain podcasts that we listen to. They start off the same way. We're not sophisticated. We don't have computer skills where we can get somebody with an animated voice to say, welcome to Shout It Out Loudcast.
Well, there you go. You could do that.
Oh, yeah. Or have, like, Gene come out. Most definitely. What's that pod? What song is that from again? That's in my head now. It's going to bug me.
Shit.
God damn it. One way to start the show.
It's spit.
Most definitely.
Yeah. The bigger the
spit.
Cushion, yeah. The bigger the cushion, the better the pushing. Yeah.
There's a lyric for you to end all shows with.
All
so,
right.
Yeah, I don't know. If you guys can come up with them, I'm waiting for someone to say, I know that.
Yeah.
That's from one of these days, somebody will get it.
Yes.
Yep. Hey, what's up there? Anyways, Tom, I know I just took us off the beaten path, but bring us back. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, what's going on? I mean, it's kind of a quiet week compared to last week's chaos. Not
just the usual, another Super Bowl winning parade.
Oh, yeah, I know. We're so bored of that. We're spoiled and bored. Brady and
Belichick. I know. We got half, actually way more than half the fans telling us all about their love of New England Patriots.
Yeah, right.
That's called sarcasm.
Yeah.
But Super Bowl was kind of boring, but me and you kept our tradition. We are 4-0, I think, Super Bowl wise.
4-0 when watching it together. That's correct.
Yeah. And then a couple World Series victories, too, thrown in there, I think.
Yep.
So,
right.
Yeah, we haven't lost when we watched together, and we got to brainstorm on some good Kiss ideas in the middle of our Super Bowl viewing party.
Yeah, and unfortunately for our listeners, we came up with this.
Anyways, so let me think. What else is new in the Kiss world?
Well, I'll start with just a brief thing. So I mentioned before the Sirius XM Kiss Army radio station. I have Sirius XM, so the channel went live Monday. It's pretty good. I mean, with our iPhones and with Spotify and Apple Music. I mean, you have Kiss at your disposal all the time, anyway. So,
but the people listening to us, they have all the songs. So
exactly.
Oh, I got to hear Torpedo Girl because I saw somebody posted that. Yeah. Well, guess what? You can put it on your iPhone. You can put it on your your record player. You have it there too. But right. I get the, being able to churn on your radio and there it is too.
Right. And I think that's the novelty is that you don't have to, you just, like I have it, it's built right into my car stereo. So it's there. It's cool because they have little breaks in between the music where like Paul and Gene talk about the song that's coming up, or they'll talk about the history of like a certain record, and then they'll play a song. And they play like some like rare like live stuff. Like I had never heard it before today. It was an acoustic live version of Christine 16. Have you ever heard that before?
No.
It was actually really good.
Yeah.
It was actually really good. So
was this like 2 years ago where 65-year-old Gene was serenading a real 16-year-old girl on an acoustic guitar?
Yeah, probably. But no, it's good. And what else is cool too is I see people on social media really fighting to keep this channel to have it longer because it's only like a 2-week limited channel. So it's cool people fighting, going out on Twitter with Sirius XM. I did that as well. I'm like, you guys got to keep this channel for longer than 2 weeks,
The Kiss Army is strong.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. So that's a cool thing. Now, why don't you tell us the funny thing you saw this week?
What was the funny thing I saw? Oh, yeah, I posted it on our Instagram, Twitter, and our Facebook account.
Yep.
So we had Super Bowl victory Sunday night. I sat up afterwards, especially when your team wins the Super Bowl, so you start DVRing everything. And I remembered that I was supposed to DVR the Price is Right because Kiss was on it. So I remembered and I got it. And then last night I actually watched it. It's funny. Funny as hell. Like, the show has changed a lot. You know, it ain't Rice-A-Roni, 49 cents there, Bob. And Bob, like, sexually harassing all the female models there. You know, now it's Drew Carey, and it just it looked like a mess. The audience looked like the rec hall at your local VFW. It was a bunch of miscreants. And they like teased the show like, we're gonna have it's rock and roll week, and we're gonna have a rock band that sold over 100 million albums. And you can see a couple of people have Kiss stuff on. But gee, I wonder who it is. And I'm watching it, and the first guy that gets on there was a guy with Kiss jacket on. He had like the Kiss logos on the back of his jacket. I'm like, oh, this guy definitely needs to win. And you know, I'd be pissed if I was him too. It was like he kept getting screwed by the lady. He'd be like, you know, $1,000, no, $1,200, $1,201. And anyways, this guy won. I don't think he was a big Kiss fan. And all of a sudden, it's Kiss. They come out, Paul and Gene. They do their little, you know, woo kicks. It looked like my daughter's cheerleading gymnastic kicks. It was awful. We're long removed from Paul's like asylum video type kicks that he used to do. And so, you know, the guy gets up and he bids. And he wins, like, I forget what it was. Like
lunch with Tommy Thayer?
Oh, some, like, Kiss stuff. I forget what it was. It was, like, Kiss albums. It just, what the hell was it? I think it was a vacation or something. Oh, no, he got to go on with Kiss on the tour and see them play and be part of a VIP package and all that. And so the guy won. Poor bastards with all the Kiss stuff that didn't win that. And then he got to go on the showcase at the end.
Yep.
And he got the Kiss one to bid on. And the Kiss one to bid on was like all their instruments. So a Paul guitar, a Gene a bass, a Tommy. These are original, like the Paul Ibanez guitar and Gene bass and like a snare drum by Erickson. Like they just throw out one drum. Oh wow, a friggin' circle beat drum, and all played live and autographed. And then the second part of that was, you get to go on. Actually, Paul described it was like, you know, Kiss Army is tired, but then you get to come back and relax with us on the Kiss cruise. I can only imagine what the person that's not the Kiss fan is like. Woo! I get to party with the Kiss Army. His wife must be like, "What the fuck is this?" You know.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I purposely did not watch these clips.
Oh yeah, and he was up for a car too.
Yeah,
he bid on it. He was like, and I was like. He bid like 40-something, 5,000 or something.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, the prices have gone way up since I remember this show. He was off by like $1,600.
Oh.
$1,600. In addition to that, he lost by like $150. Oh, that's kicking the nuts.
Yeah.
Huh?
Look, honestly, we said this on our intro episode. We huge Kiss fans, you know, but what the fuck are they doing on The Price is Right? Come on, man. What the hell? I'm waiting for Gene to like spin the big fucking wheel with his boot or something.
If you watch the video, Gene is like a pro. He's like, you get a new car. And he's like pointing at it, doing like the model stuff and teasing it. He's like extreme. He would have been the greatest like game show host. Oh my goodness, he was awesome at that.
What's this
You
about?
get to hear the God of Thunder. Oh, it was unbelievable.
What's this about game show lovers?
Yeah, game show lovers. Yeah, he was on Jeopardy. So yeah, it was fucking hilarious. I don't know at this point, like, you know, critics aren't gonna like them anyways. By the way, that's another topic.
Yeah.
Did you see that asshole write some sort of like review about Kiss?
Oh,
in Arizona, some writer. All he did was shit on Kiss, shit on his fans, shit on any people that have the taste to like them, or like call them like, how bad are your taste if you still listen to Kiss?
Oh, he pretty much said, like, if you still like Kiss, like, you're like living in your parents' basement wearing, like, feety pajamas. Like,
and all I can think of is, Kiss, that's nonsense. Listen to Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Yeah, you listen to Emerson, Lake and Palmer, not me.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's what it seemed like.
Yeah,
what a fucking dick.
Yeah, that was bad.
That guy must go through life mad about everything.
Oh, yeah. Well,
why are the girls attracted to that guy? He's not a nice man.
If you look at the
article,
article,
that guy get a promotion.
If you look at the article in the bio for the author, he was in like 3 bands, like none of them was successful. In
exactly, like Gene would say, right?
Right,
oh my God.
Right.
Wonderful. 2,000 people went to see you play live in your 10-year run. Yeah. Congratulations.
And now you're writing for the Phoenix Gazette, shitting on Kiss. Good for you.
Oh, I know. Exactly. Gene is a terrible human being. Okay.
Oh, man. So what are we talking about today?
Well, is that it? No. There was a couple other things I wanted to go over because we didn't go over it last week.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
So tell me about the opening act. Because it wasn't for just one show.
Yeah. Do I have to?
They're bringing the unemployed painter with them.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so look, this is absolutely no disrespect in any way to David Garibaldi.
What's his fucking name?
I think it's David Garibaldi. Okay,
isn't that the guy that sang Rico Suave? No, isn't that his name? Garibaldi? Geraldo?
No, that's Geraldo.
Geraldo. I think they brought him out of retirement, and he's in Rico Suave making paint. God, he's the roller there. Came out beautiful. He's unemployed. He's looking for work. Paul called him up. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Paul called him up.
Of course
he said, hey, I'm looking for work. Hey, you painting the union, Paul? Nah, go with that union shit. And so
this guy, he describes himself as a performance painter. So again, with no disrespect to his abilities and his talents and his skills, if anybody out there saw,
you don't have to premise it by saying that, Tom.
Who gives a fuck? Well, no.
Is he listening to us?
No.
And if he does, too bad. We're not trying to insult you personally. You're probably talented. You have no business being on a fucking Kiss.
That's my point. I don't want to come across as being a total asshole. If anything, I'm shitting on Kiss. If anything, I'm shitting on Kiss for the decision to have a fucking artist open up for them on stage.
Yeah. Why don't they bring fucking Aunt Edna to run her bingo night before the Kiss concert and be like, "Go ahead, Edna. Some people like that. Oh, okay. Let me put that to Kiss."
You know that old saying? Oh, you know that saying like, "Oh wow, this is so boring. It's like watching paint dry."
Yeah, that's it.
That's what they were doing. They were watching fucking paint dry.
Oh, you turned it upside down, and it became Jimi Hendrix. Oh, fucking people jerking off all over themselves. Give me fucking break.
But that's my point. That's why I wanted to.
You're a professional painter. I'm supposed to be shocked you can draw a painting of the 4 Kiss members. Wow.
But that's my point, Zeus, is that I was being serious about it. I'm not trying to shit on him as an artist. He was put in a position. He can't win because he's talented at what he does, but Kiss decided that they're going to put him on stage before 15,000 people at a Kiss show and paint, literally paint. And his work is great. I mean, we've seen the pictures, but again, it's not his fault, but what are they? Who thought of this? I know we talked about it before, but to see it in action, I'm like, what are you doing? I just don't get it, And I know it's supposed to be selected dates, so I don't know what the other dates are going to be because there's been no other announcements for any.
Put him out in Canada because people are polite there. Bring him to New York and see how he does.
Right. No, you're right.
Boston. See how far he gets before he gets like rocks thrown at him.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, look, I would never be disrespectful to the guy and be rude to him. I'm not making fun of him. I'm making fun of Kiss's decision to have him.
But you don't have to say that. It's obvious. No one's shitting on the guy's talent. All I'm saying is, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Are you going to go see the friggin' legendary other rock groups? Is Aerosmith going to have him opening up a painter?
Right.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's to see it in action was really bizarre. It was.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I know. Weird stuff.
Just fucking stupid. The unemployed painter.
Yeah.
Paints each other up.
I know.
Anyways, so let's get back to the main subject, huh?
All right.
So today we decided to finally get into one of our first album reviews.
Yes, and we couldn't figure out how to do it or which to do first, so we just pulled them out of a technological hat per se.
Yeah.
So we ended up with Animalize is going to be our first album review.
Yes, Animalize.
Yes.
So, we're not Wikipedia here. We're not going to, talk about engineer.
Yeah.
Johnny Coolballs, bassist on One Note.
Yeah. Right.
Johnny Soggy Ass. Gives a fuck. We're going to talk about the album because we're fans. Okay?
Yeah. Right.
So you go. Kiss has got a new album. When did you come up and be like, realize Animalize? I will tell you this. I didn't know Animalize from when it came out or heard about it. I wasn't back into Kiss when it was released. I got into Animalize, as I was telling you in my intro episode, right? In our intro episode.
Yep.
When I went to go visit my cousin in Michigan and in Detroit, he was playing Animalize live, the concert. So I got back into them because I saw that. And from there, I went into Asylum first because that's what had come out. Then I did the whole backtrack and I got Animalize afterwards and went down the list because also I remembered Heaven's on Fire when after Animalize.
Yep.
What about you?
Well, this came out when we were 11. The only memory I have of this album was the video on MTV because at this time, 1984, this was the down time in my life for Kiss. At this time, I was into again, I'm 11 and I'm into Ozzy, Iron Maiden, Motley Crue. That the hair metal started to take over. I really wasn't into Kiss, but I had the Lick It Up cassette, and I was like, whatever. And I knew that Animalize existed, but all I knew about it was Heaven's on Fire, and I loved the song. The radio played it, MTV played the video all the time, but I never owned the album until years later. And even then, at the time, I'm like, I'm just not really. This is, not
different.
Yeah, just not really a huge fan of the type of music that at the time when I bought it. Now, I will say, I have come to really, really, really like this album. I mean, I love it. Honestly, I love it. How do you feel about it now based on...
It's for me, a Star Wars movie.
Okay.
There's, people jump on this. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Star Wars movie, Kiss album, I like them all. I don't give a shit what they do. I'll end up liking it.
It's a good analogy.
But in my, ratings of them all together,
yeah,
it's probably towards the bottom.
Okay.
I'm not really a big fan of a lot of the stuff there. There's some good stuff there.
Yeah.
It's Kiss. So I have the way I listen to Kiss is I got all my music, all my Kiss stuff. I don't usually just put on an album. I just have Kiss on shuffle.
Right.
All their songs, all everything. And I don't turn it off. So if I haven't heard, Thrills in the Night in a while, I'm listening to it. It's not something that, let me grab Animalize. I want to listen to, let me open up my stereo player, put in the CD, because yes, I still have CDs.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not how I do it. It was nice. I listened to it straight this week, constantly, to prepare for this.
Did that help you? Did you enjoy it more or less, or did it matter, the fact that you were really listening to it start to finish?
Now that this episode is over, I don't see myself going, okay, I want to listen to this more.
Really?
There are songs that I've discovered that I like better than I used to.
Yeah.
There's other stuff that I'm like,
Here's the thing for me. Like I told you yesterday, I went for a run last night and I listened to Animalize on shuffle. Had my earbuds in, so it was really the sound was really full. The one thing I will say about this album, musically, this may be my personal favorite Eric Carr album.
Really?
Eric Carr's. I know everybody talks about Creatures of the Night, and we'll get into that when we do that album review.
Right.
Musically, I think some of the lyrics are on some of the songs, but that's Kiss in general. But I think it's a solid record. There's a couple songs that are weaker than others, obviously, like any other album. But if like musically, as like an '80s rock album, it does not surprise me that this album got the popularity that it got, that it went platinum. And just to throw out our first stat of the episode, this was their biggest selling '80s album. That's a little bit surprising because, I know Asylum had a ton of hits, Crazy Night had a ton of hits, Lick It Up, but I like the album. I think Eric Carr is a monster on this album.
Yeah.
But I could see why people aren't a fan of it. There's a couple of songs that aren't terrific on it.
Well, we'll get into it in more detail.
We will.
But, what's the first thing you do when you grab a Kiss album? Kiss album's a little bit different. You kind of look at them. You look at the cover. You open it up. You read it. I'm not getting LPs at this point. I'm getting CDs at this point. So it's a little bit different. But, the cover?
Ugh.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. I'll tell you let me tell you right now, the front cover is a total disaster. I get what they were doing with, they were trying to, with the animal skins and all that shit. But I'll tell you right now, as far as back album covers go, when I look at that picture right now, let me tell you right now, now, I have a sister who's 4 years older than me. That looks like a picture of her and her girlfriends at the mall in 1984.
What the fuck is on Paul Stanley's head?
The fact that Paul is that close to an open flame in that picture with that friggin' hairdo, absolute disaster. What is happening?
That is the worst hairdo. That looks like a joke. Like someone's like, let me put on this fro on you, buddy.
Before this episode...
What the fuck is that? He makes Eric Carr. Eric Carr's got that huge head, huge hair, and that small little head.
Yeah.
He dwarfs Eric Carr in this. Look at his fro. Look at that.
Before we started recording tonight, I showed my wife, I showed her that picture. I go, look at this. What does that look like? When I told her that was Paul Stanley, she's a Kiss fan. She knows Paul with and without the makeup.
Yeah.
Speechless when she saw that picture. Total disaster of a picture.
What the fuck is what does that hairdo?
Yeah.
What? It's all dark. You can't even see them. So you got a new guitarist. Are they trying to purposely hide him? His face? You can barely see him.
So yeah, let's talk about them. Who by the way, this is a complete and total coincidence. Today is his birthday.
May he rest in peace.
That's right. Mark Norton, also known as Mark St. John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they look like they're hiding him in this photo.
Well, with all due respect, they probably should. Okay.
Well, the other one's on the best looking in this photo shoot, though. Whew, what the fuck?
Mark
That
St.
is one horrible photo.
Yeah. I mean, so Mark St. John. So after they bounced Vinny, they needed a guitarist, and
He was some sort of like, I guess, like guitar teacher.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And the funny thing is too, he wasn't even a Kiss fan. He didn't even know their music. He wasn't even into it. He played like all different instruments, and he was like a music instructor and everything. So I tell you right now, you listen to this album, I don't know what the fuck he was teaching, because it wasn't guitar.
It's just one of those things. Like, didn't they learn their lesson from Vinny? That you can't just throw somebody that can show you all these shiny little things they can do.
Yeah.
If it doesn't fit with
Right.
what your music is.
Well, I think what happened was this was the era when, guys like Yngwie Malmsteen and like those real shredders, those guys that could just absolutely destroy the fretboard up and down with all kinds of notes. And, this was Kiss's version of their 80s shred album, and I think that's why they got Mark St. John. For the time, it was okay,
Yeah. Well,
I mean, when he's on this album, when he's playing, his leads and chords and different, he sounds great. They all do. But when he goes off on a tangent, it's like it's like seizure inducing what he's doing with the guitar. It's brutal.
So Animalize, couple quick things. If this was their 12th at the time, 12th studio album.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I think this is when they switched to Mercury.
Yes.
Lick It Up was their first with Mercury, I think, right?
I don't recall. I think you might be right.
Yeah, I think so. I'm thinking. Yeah. Lick It Up was the first. This is the second release on Mercury. So This came out September 13th, 1984.
Yep.
And it's kind of, that's the other thing. It's only 9 songs, and I'm looking here now as I have it on the.
It's like 35 minutes long, top to bottom.
35 minutes long, real fast.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
The album goes platinum. It does, like you said. It's probably their biggest hit in years at the time. And I think a lot of it had to do with Heaven's on Fire.
Oh, this album put them back on the map for the 80s.
Yeah, it put them as, they're not as big as they once were, but they have a place. They still have a role in hard rock music. Here you go. You can get in line, Kiss. You're invited.
Yeah, because I think Lick It Up was a transition album for a lot of people. It was their first album without the makeup. People weren't sure what to I think that album kind of flew under the radar, unfortunately. So I think when Animalize came out and they wrote a song like Heaven's on Fire and had that video, like you said, people are like, oh, all right, yeah, Kiss can fit in the 80s now. They got the look, they got the sound. Let's give these guys another shot now,
Yeah. Just reading up on this album and stuff.
Yep.
You can tell it's a kind of an awkward stage. And, the big thing that comes out about this is when Gene went Hollywood. He's filming Runaway. He's got a couple other movie projects going on. And Gene's away. So it's left with Paul. So Paul and Gene, I think, co-produced, Creatures in Lick It Up with Michael James Jackson, right?
Yes.
And this one he produced alone.
Yep.
Gene gets the associate producer title, probably because of their partnership.
Yeah, and Michael James Jackson did a little bit of production at the beginning.
Yeah, he started, but he couldn't stay on.
Correct.
Right? So, but Paul, you can tell because Paul's one with with the songs, and I think Gene was just, hey, I got to put in my songs as well, and a lot of it was awkward. The whole let me just finish this. It started from the album cover to the front, to the back, to the new guitarist, to Gene not being it. It's just awkward. And it's not bad. It's awkward. It's just a weird fit. And, the funny thing is, one of the things I was looking at the back cover, if you open up the liner notes, it says back cover photo concept by Paul Stanley. Why the fuck would you put that in there like you're proud of that?
I don't know.
Cover photo concept.
That's
You
awesome.
came up with that.
Yeah.
Hey, we need somebody to come up with a concept. You know that photo of Paul Stanley in that hairdo? We need that.
It's weird because I don't get it. When you look at the album title and fucking lions or something. You know, like I don't.
Because I think it stems off of the whole "lick it up."
Well, that's
like,
right.
Videos where they're like post-apocalyptic fucking world and stuff.
Yeah, that's
what that looks like again.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with Animalize.
What the fuck is Animalize, anyways? What the fuck is that? You become a tiger? Ooh, you're a tiger. Rawr, rawr.
By the way,
cats or something? What the fuck is that?
By the way, Runaway is awesome if you've never seen that movie.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's awesome.
Gene should have done more movies as a villain.
He should have.
Good.
He played such an awesome villain in that movie. And by the way, if you subscribe to Amazon Prime Video, it's on. I'm going to watch it this weekend because the movie is awesome. Tom Selleck. Oh, it's great. And by the way, since we're talking about the album, a little bit of trivia. Gene, for anybody who saw the movie, Gene cut like all of his hair off for that movie, Runaway.
Okay.
He wore a wig on the Animalize tour.
Yeah, is that why he had that stupid fucking bandana on and that hairdo that looked like ridiculous? Looked like somebody from friggin' an 80s sitcom. Like one of the waitresses from Alice.
He looked like a fucking B. Arthur from the Golden Girls.
Oh, yeah. Awful. Shoes and that dress and just awful.
So yes, like you said, this was the beginning of Gene kind of mailing it in for the 80s.
And then they start getting in those outside writers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So there's 3 Desmond Child songs with Paul on here?
Yep.
Right? And then
Desmond Child, I mean, every time he helps with them, he knocks it out of the park for the most part.
Mitch Weissman, and who's the bassist guy?
Oh, Jean Beauvoir.
Jean Beauvoir.
Yeah, he pitched in on some of the bass tracks when Gene was out.
You said pinch.
Yeah, exactly. And then another fun fact that I'll be honest with you, I did not know this at all.
You said fun fact.
Yeah. Was Bruce Kulick played on 2 songs on this album. I had no idea. He was on Lonely as the Hunter and Murder in High Heels. I had no idea about that.
Yeah, he shouldn't be proud to be on that one of those songs.
Oh, how dare you!
Oof. As our German housekeeper would say when she'd clean up our suite in college. Oof. Anyways,
you boys are gross.
That poor lady was haunted from fucking cleaning up after our suite.
So why don't we before we start doing the track by track, we'll talk a little bit more about Mark St. John, about what happened with him and why Bruce Kulick kind of had to pitch in. So unfortunately, the poor guy, I mean, of all the things to go wrong as a guitar player, he was diagnosed with just a brutal case of arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis.
Writer's syndrome.
Yeah, not just his hands swelled up, but there was some of his joints in his knees and his feet. He was on record as saying he had to use a cane a lot of the times to walk around. Just
He'd
real
go
sad.
around to their concerts.
Yeah.
Bruce would be filling in. He'd just like kind of stand on the sideline. It's like somebody like you can't dance with your girlfriend at the prom because you're in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You're just gonna sit there and watch her dance with somebody else, and eventually, she just takes off with them, and you're just like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. It was unfortunate. I mean, it sucks. The guy gets the opportunity of a lifetime and then gets hit with this. So, they had to part ways, and that's when Bruce became part of the band.
Yep. And the rest is history.
Bingo. That's right.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, well, it was fun while it lasted, Mark. We never really got to know you, but
that's
it
funny
is what it is.
Paul even said that during, we always refer to Extreme Close-Up. Paul even said, he's like, Mark St. John, he was the guy that no one ever knew. He was with the band for...
There was like this one pope.
Yeah, exactly. The Pope analogy. Yeah, good one, Paul.
We can do everything comes from extreme close up.
Oh,
anyways, so let's start track one.
All right, we start off with "I've Had Enough." Into the Fire.
I just wanted to let the Mark solo in the beginning go for a little bit. Go ahead. What do you think?
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of fast Kiss, but this is kind of a tempo that I can tolerate. I like it. That intro, I know this came out about 3 years prior, but the intro kind of reminds me of the beginning of Kiss of Death by Dokken. Kind of like the way, like the way the riff kind of kicks in and the drums are like, brrr, you know what I mean? Like, I like the song. I mean, it's like I said, I'm not a big fan of fast Kiss, but you know, this is okay. You know, I do like the song. What about you?
I feel like it's the same kind of King of the Mountain.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
King of the Mountain. And what's the other one? Exciter?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's when they tried to get fast.
Yeah, I think that they're all the same, right?
I don't know. I like Exciter. I like Exciter much more than I like this song, but I do like this song.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a good song. I like it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And you know what I didn't get? I didn't realize till I started reading the lyrics and stuff. Yep. I thought it's always "I've had enough, into the fire." It's not.
Yeah, it's out of the
cold. I didn't realize that until I started looking at him. Like, he says it the whole time.
Yeah, he says "I've had enough," and then in the background you hear "out of the cold, into the fire."
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Look, I like the song. It's a strong song. It and it's a little bit of like, hey, everybody, we got a new guitarist, and this guy can do this.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. They wanted to show off Mark St. John, so
yeah.
Okay.
All right. So what do we got next?
Well,
never heard this song.
We got the signature song right here, "Heaven's on Fire."
Yeah, and when you say signature song,
yep.
Look, this song is what everybody can, thinks of when they think of, Kiss and Animalize, right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Can he write a hook?
I'm telling you, he's on record as saying he wanted this song to be simple. He was afraid it was going to be too simple. But that to this day, I know it's overplayed. I know it's it's just whenever the song comes on, the drums, just that riff, the chorus, like you said, the hook. It's an awesome.
How many hard rock musicians? I mean, it does sound a little like "Shook Me All Night Long."
Oh, totally. Yes, it does.
How many songs have come from that type of song?
Yep.
Since.
Yep.
Now, I know he likes to say, well, how many people love this song because how many songs came out just like it. But I could say it's a little bit of "Shook Me All Night Long," but it's great. And it's funny reading into this for the album. I can say that this was Paul supposedly warming up his voice. That's a voice exercise.
Yeah,
that he does. They just really left it in.
Yeah, that's really good trivia. He was trying to do like his little vocal throat exercise.
Silly little Kiss voice.
Yeah, and the tape was running, and they inadvertently caught him doing it. And when they played it back, they loved it, and now it's become, it's a signature intro. And they're playing it on they're playing it on the End of the Road tour.
And I blame his voice problems because that stupid thing that he tries to do that all the time.
Probably.
And all these concerts over the years that he's blown out his voice.
Probably.
But yeah, that's the song number 2. That's the song. And you know what? We can't go without talking about the video.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
With the hand and the plastic, and you can see the plastic on fire.
Oh yeah, he's got all the stuff on his fingers at the beginning. Yeah.
And there's a quick shot of Mark St. John looking stupid.
Oh yeah, it looks like he's confused. Like, shit, I'm in Kiss.
Yeah. and there's just a bunch of groupies hanging out, and like Gene is wearing that that waitress hairdo from the 80s, and and there are tons of chicks everywhere. I think there's one scene where Paul's like walking out of is that the one where he's walking out of a shower in a towel?
Oh God. Yeah, but that was 80s kissing
with his Paul Stanley chest hair.
but that's why we remember this was 84. That was a perfect video for MTV at that time.
And then he does that. Obviously you guys can't see me, but he does that face and he does the close up, that part when he does the
he does the eat it like a piece of cake.
Yeah, and he does the head, the sideways head move and the pouted lips.
Yeah.
The signature Paul thing.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
Anyways, that video it was just something else.
Oh, it's awesome.
And while MTV was going on, and then came out, Kiss Exposed. I must have watched that a million times.
Oh yeah.
Million times, right?
Yep.
So then we get to our good friend, Mr. Gene Simmons' time to get onto the mic, right?
Bring it on.
And we get the Kiss classic that I don't know. I mean, it's pretty obvious why this is a classic, but here you go. Sorry, folks. I'm not going to let it go to that point of the part that we all know that's coming up. And what is that part, Mr. Tom?
Well, that's Burn, Bitch, Burn, the epically titled track there. And we all know that this song just became a Kiss legend because of the when love rears its head, I want to get on your case. I want to put my log in your fireplace.
How lovely is to call a female private area a fireplace? Reminds me of the Eddie Murphy talking about in Delirious, something's on fire.
Well, I'll tell you this, okay? I know this song first of all, the song title is ridiculous. The song lyrics are ridiculous, but I'm going to tell you right now, musically, I think this song kicks ass. That opening guitar riff and the way Eric's drums, I think that song kicks ass. It takes a beating because of the title and because of the lyrics. Musically, I love it.
Just... Is there reason to be burn, bitch, burn?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Oh, just.
I know.
Got nasty habits. What do you got nasty habits? Who's got nasty habits? Everything was just like so degrading towards women back then. Well, I know we're older now. We can say that, but
I mean, I'm not no one's defending it, but it was the 80s. It was Kiss in the 80s.
I know. It's just like all us little, junior high and high school kids were loving that shit as a guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here we go.
All right.
Right. What do we got next, buddy?
Get All You Can Take.
You like this one, huh?
Go ahead.
All right. We'll go with this one. What do you think?
Ooh. Well, I love that song. I think the music, again, it's what I said about the music is awesome. Paul is quoted as saying that he thinks it has a cool Zeppelin groove. I don't know.
It does.
The beginning of it, it does. I think, like I said at the beginning when we were talking about the album in general, it's just another song where I think musically it kicks ass. The guitars and the drums. So it's a strong song. I'm surprised this song didn't get a little bit more play off this album than I think it should have. I think this could have been like hit number 2 off this album.
Yeah. Also, I think it's the first time you hear Kiss swearing.
Yes.
Right? I don't know if they swear in any other song, do they?
I don't think so.
I'm trying to think so, right?
I don't think so.
Well, and they kind of mute it so you don't catch it because is there? I'm looking at this. There's no explicit lyric sticker on this thing.
Because I think he says it once and you can barely hear it.
Yeah, it's kind of muted.
Yeah, because he says, "What fucking difference does it make?"
Yeah.
And that's weird to hear Kiss. Kiss does not swear in their songs.
No.
You know?
But it does have a groove to it. It makes me think of a little bit of Physical Graffiti, a little House of the Holy albums, that type of, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a good song. It's another one. You know, thankfully there are more of these of Paul's. So, let's go to the next one, brother. Song number 5. Now, I believe this was the last song when this used to be like a cassette, right, or album.
Really?
Yeah.
They changed they changed the track order?
No, what I'm saying, this was song number 5, right, on the cassette.
Oh, I'm sorry. You meant so it was the last song on side 1 of the cassette.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. What do you think?
Okay. I'm probably gonna be repeating myself a lot, but that's another song where musically I think it's really cool. I think it has I like that riff.
Yep.
You know, I think Gene's voice sounds weird. I don't like the sound of his voice. It's not a very strong song. You know, I'm not going to pretend that it is, but I don't mind the groove of it. You know, it is what it is. It's a Gene filler track. You know,
I think it's a little funky.
Yeah, it is.
I like it.
Yep.
And there's the part where he gets all like high, sweat drop on my face, whatever he says.
Yep.
I like, ooh yeah, and the crowd and the band sings along with it.
Yeah.
I think it's got a good groove to it.
It does.
I kind of like it. But you know, nothing deep.
No.
Right. I mean, not like Kiss says. You don't listen to Kiss for deep lyrics, but
no,
just all right. That's what it is.
It's weird to hear, like a kind of a subdued type of Gene song, because you know he's got Burn Bitch Burn, and then he's got Lonely as the Hunter, where it sounds like he's just kind of, you know, I mean that's probably what they were obviously intending for, but yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, let's go hit the highway doing 69.
Oh God, forgive us.
Press the pedal to the metal.
Oh, that song is friggin' terrible. Period.
Tell us what you think.
The beginning of that song right there with Mark St. John having a seizure with his guitar was absolute garbage. I don't know. That was terrible. Remember, I told you with I've had enough that I don't like fast Kiss. This is ridiculous fast Kiss. This is terrible. Not good. Not a good look.
This is what the album is. This you could sub this, and you would say this sounds like a Malmsteen during that time, or something crazy like.
Exactly.
It sounds like Vinny.
Yeah,
Vinny.
Yeah.
Remember, what's that part in Close Up that Gene does? And he's like, and he takes a fake gun and goes.
Oh, the bees.
Yeah, that's what he makes the sound. That's. You know, I don't know why he's mocking the guy. You're the one who picked him to put him in your band. You let him do that. So why are you mocking him? I
say that all the time. Like, you're shitting on a guy who you asked to be in your band.
Exactly. And you thought it was okay at the time. So, I mean, but that's what it reminds me of. Like the bee, the Gene analogy that he makes.
What do you think of this? Do you like when Kiss tries to do this?
I like it because it's different. It was of the time. You know what I like? Because it's different form of Kiss.
I like Kiss when they just riffing and get a groove going. That's just garbage. I don't like it at all.
I like it. And Paul's voice is super high.
That's another thing. His voice. Yeah, the whole song. Yeah, if I'm hearing something that fast, I want it to be like Metallica doing it, not Kiss. It's not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, no. So next we got. I believe this would be song number 7.
Yep, this is a good one.
It's the last Paul song, right? It's the last Paul song.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Yes, you're right. It is.
Isn't that funny? Number 7. It's the last song of Paul.
Yep.
Here we go. Well, that's another one with Paul's voice.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. I like the song. I think it's a good song. Just kind of silly notion there. Yeah, a girl that's, good girl at the work, and then at night she goes out and do okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it.
I mean, I'm not It's okay. I'm not a huge fan. The song kind of plods along for me a little bit, like that. Then when the chorus comes, thrills in the night, passion taking over. Paul, fucking relax, all right? All right? Come on, man, settle down.
Settle down. Passion.
I know that this became kind of a hit. They put it on
their second single.
Yeah, and I don't think it deserved that.
They did a video where Bruce is in the video. Because it's like a shot of Animalize live and then them like before the concert wearing the same clothes and they try to have it like it's all together.
Yep.
And it's just awful.
And that's actually the song where Jean Beauvoir plays I think he plays all the bass in place of Gene on that. So it's okay. I'm very simple when it comes to a lot of the songs I like. I like songs that just have a groove and a flow, and that just kind of plods along the chorus. It's like nothing. I don't know. It's okay.
Paul's good with those choruses, though. They're all catchy hooks, and
that's true.
For me, it's a catchy hook, and he always does the Boris to the chorus, and there's Paul with his chorus. That's what he likes.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, it was a single for a reason, which leads me back to. What else would be a single from this if you're going down that avenue? That's how I look at it.
No, you're right.
It's certainly not going to be the next two songs, but here we go.
Okay.
Here's I don't even know how to lead into these two songs. Here we go.
All right.
I'm
going to tell you, you can make fun of me all you want. I love that song. I love the music. I like the general riff that kind of flows through the song. Again, Gene vocals sound kind of whatever, but I like the drums. I just like the way the guitars are kind of. I don't know. I really like that song. I think the chorus is kind of interesting too. Like it's like he's kind of like screaming while the city sleeps. That's one of my one of the songs I enjoy a lot on that album. I know I'm probably in the minority, but I really like it.
It should be called While the Kiss Army Sleeps.
Oh, how dare
you. What the fuck was that?
Really?
Just fucking terrible.
Oh,
terrible.
But Gene got the inspiration from a murder mystery from the 50s called While the City Sleeps.
Okay. Yeah, and if you thought that's bad, we got one more coming for you.
Here we go.
A 1980s version of Love Theme from Kiss with lyrics. Holy fuck. What the fuck is this song?
The best part about that song is the title, Murder in High Heels.
Which, when I read, about this album, literally it comes back to that thing about Gene that he has like sayings. I thought I was the only one who does this.
Yeah.
I put sayings in my phone too. If I hear a good saying or a good quote, I keep it.
Okay.
He has a book of sayings.
Yeah.
And he just throws this shit together. It means nothing.
Yep.
They're just words. He just puts it together. Oh, yeah. Oh, I heard that. That sounds cool. Murder in high heels. Well, what the fuck does that have to do with it?
Well, you just said this song may have the all-time most ridiculous worst chorus. All it is him whispering "murder in high heels." There's no chorus.
Murder.
Yeah. Now I'll give him credit. The vibe, it's got a little bit of a funky groove to it.
Do you know what it literally? I bet you it's like. It just seems like it's one of those things where they're like, I don't know, fuck it, just fucking throw that last thing. Throw Murder in High Heels in.
That's exactly what
I'm fucking done. I'm tired. Let's just throw Murder in High Heels.
That's exactly what it was. I agree with you.
In the meantime, they did that in the song before that. I don't know. Throw While the City Sleeps in.
Yeah, you're right.
Both fucking terrible.
Well, Murder in High Heels is a total disaster. I think. I think While the City Sleeps is much better.
While the Kiss Army Sleeps.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. That's our opinion.
That's Animalize.
The songs 1 through 9.
Yep.
Now, we decided, because we always like to make things competitive,
Yep.
that let's list our tracks, right?
Yep.
1 through 9 by favorite.
Okay.
So obviously, we'll start with number 9.
All
What's your least favorite song?
Under the Gun.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I told you I hate Fast Kiss.
Not because first of all, it's a good song.
Fine.
Okay, maybe it should be at the end because let's go on the highway doing 69.
I don't like
one
Fast
of the
Kiss.
worst Kiss lyrics. That goes up there with "Burn, Bitch, Burn."
Yes.
Now you think about it, this fucking whole album is full of a lot of worst.
Agreed.
Not even close. Not even fucking close.
Okay.
While this city fucking puts a gun to his head for listening to this song.
You have that
9.
last?
Absolutely dead last.
Wow, you are going to wait until you see where that's on my rankings.
Okay.
You're gonna be shocked.
While the City Sleeps is dead last.
Wow.
Fucking terrible.
Wow.
Terrible. And if you thought that was bad, right next to it is fucking his kissing cousin, Murder in High Heels, number 8 for me.
Oh, we're tied with number 8. I also have that at number 8.
Oh.
Yep.
Horrible. Murder.
Yeah. All right. Then at number 7 for me, I got Lonely as the Hunter at number 7.
Nope.
Okay.
Burn. Biatch.
Ooh.
Burn.
This is a very different list. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Burn, bitch, burn.
All right. So then,
your fireplace.
so then, what do you got for 6?
6. No coincidence. Another Gene song.
Okay.
Lonely. The best of a fucking terrible group.
Okay.
Is the hunter.
My 6, I got Thrills in the Night.
Ooh.
Yep.
Thrills in the Night. Wow. We're fucking very different here.
This is a weird list. Then for
Well, we said to everybody, me and you have different Kiss tastes.
That's true.
So, number 5. Tom, you better Get All You Can Take.
Hey, that's what I got for number 5 too.
Yep. Get All You Can Take is number 5.
Okay.
What fucking difference does it make, huh?
Number 4 for me, you're gonna love this. While the city sleeps.
Terrible.
Speechless.
I've had enough. Put her in that fucking bucket.
All right. Is that what you have? You have I've had enough at number 4?
Yep.
Okay.
Number 4.
All right. For number 3 for me is I've had enough at number 3.
Okay. I have Under the Gun.
At number 3?
Yes.
Oh, good God.
Good song.
Fuck that.
Stupid lyric, but good song.
Oh, no.
Number 2.
I said this before. I know the lyrics are ridiculous. I love the music. I got Burn, Bitch, Burn at number 2.
Your Kiss credentials should go up burning.
Hey.
I got Silly Thrills in the Night.
At number 2?
Yes.
Oh.
Thrills in the Night.
Well, it's nice to know that at least we have the same number 1.
And you know what? I love Heaven's on Fire.
Yeah.
But I almost love it because I should love it. I've heard it so many times.
Yeah, but it's unquestioned.
I know it. It's something that I can proudly put on to somebody else that doesn't like Kiss or doesn't know Kiss. I can be like, listen to this. Don't tell me this fucking song doesn't move you.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's unquestionably the best song on the album. It's not even close.
Yeah. It's something that I'm proud as a Kiss fan to be like, fuck you. If you don't like this song, then you're a person that is trying not to like this song because there's no way. The song just rocks.
Agreed.
So I put Heaven's on Fire as my number 1.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That's obvious.
I don't think it was difficult.
No.
But, which leads me to my overall analysis of this. It's kind of a weak album, buddy.
Look, I told you earlier, I agree with that assessment. I do. It's not a great album. What I enjoy is the music, parts of some of the songs, the music. Eric Carr's drums sound great. Yeah. I'm not going to fool you into saying that it's a great album.
But you know how I can prove it to you? When you think of all your favorite Kiss songs, right?
Yep.
All of them.
Yep.
Where does your song number 2 and 3 from this album go? Maybe top 75.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Right?
You're right.
They're not. You're not going to get anything after Heaven's on Fire to be in your top 20, top 30,
Agreed.
40, 50.
Oh,
I'm not putting Thrills of the Night in there. Not even close.
No, if you look at it.
That's how I can say it's not. And as a matter of fact, I'll probably throw 3, maybe 4 songs as some of my least favorite.
I agree with that. And if you look at it from an overall Kiss ranking, I totally agree. If you take it as a standalone album, Animalize songs 1 through 9, I look at it a little differently, but I know what you mean. There's no way Burn, Bitch, Burn is going to be. Well, I take that back. If I was going to do, that would. I like that song. I do.
I'm sure you do.
I do.
But if you really went down and said we're going away for a month, take 50 Kiss songs with you. I'm sorry, I don't think you're taking Burn, Bitch, Burn.
50?
Yeah.
Oh, that would make it.
I don't know, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
When we do the rest of these albums, and we go down the list, I think you'd be surprised how many more songs you'd rather hear than that.
I think you just came up with a future episode.
Yeah, well, that's nice. But again, it's one of those things. Oh, I have to take 50 songs with me of Kiss? All right, well, then I got to take Strutter, even though I would rather probably hear Murder in High Heels than Strutter.
What?
Right? You know what I mean? Like, because I'm tired of that. I've heard it a million times.
I know what you mean.
So it's part of that. But then again, like if you're having a party or something, you're not listening to Murder in High Heels.
No,
man.
I know.
People just hanging out, having drinks, hearing music in the background. Right. How long before somebody turns around and goes, hey, what the fuck is this music you got going on?
Did that...
Yeah. Somebody just talk about a fucking putting their log in their fireplace? What the fuck? Anyways, so now, that's Animalize. Do you have any final thoughts about it? You want to talk about?
Yeah, just real quick, not necessarily about just Animalize, but this was part of a string of albums where Kiss did not do ballads for a while. They did a ballad on Creatures of the Night. Okay, I Still Love You. They did no ballads on Lick It Up, no ballads on Animalize, no ballads on Asylum unless you consider Tears of Fallen.
Yeah, I was going to just say that, maybe.
Like Tears of Fallen, but I'm talking like a true ballad, like something like in Crazy Nights, they had Reason to Live. Hot in the Shade, they had Forever. There was none of that. This stretch of albums had none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like
they were into, let me play fast and we'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah, they were trying to shed that. And at this time too, remember this is 1984. The big power ballad era didn't start until the late 80s. So it kind of makes a little bit of sense that they didn't really do that right now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Animalize, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's there, and I just got a feeling when we go through the rest of these albums, it's really not going to be up there high.
I agree.
So that's Animalize. So let's end with a couple questions, if you got any.
Okay. Let's see. I got our buddy Dave on Twitter came up with an interesting one. This actually is pretty good. So he says, personally, I do not like non-makeup songs being performed by the band in makeup. For example, Unholy doesn't look right when Gene does it in makeup. I'm not saying that they shouldn't do it, but I don't like it. What do you think?
I think he's right. I think Heaven's on Fire sounds kind of weird with them in makeup.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Even Lick It Up. I mean, like, it does look weird and stuff, but shit, I'd still rather hear it than hear friggin' Hotter Than Hell for the 1,000,000th time.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Now, for me, my first experience seeing Kiss in concert was in 1990. Hot in the Shade tour. Obviously, no makeup. They opened up with I Stole Your Love. They played a ton of makeup era songs. Mm-hmm. I know what he means. I know what you mean, but I try not to let that interfere with my enjoyment of the song. The song is still the song. You know what I mean? Like you're right. Like when we see them on the end of the road, they're gonna play. They're gonna play "Hide Your Heart." They're gonna play "Heaven's on Fire." It's weird. It will be weird, but I don't know if I don't want them to not play those songs, right?
No, I mean, look, when Heaven's on Fire, and I see Paul in black and silver and the makeup, I expect them to be in the peacock colored outfits with the pink fluorescent gloves, swinging on the vine across the stage, hamming it up.
You're
wearing
right.
a sailor's hat and shit. Not the Star Child singing Heaven's on Fire. But it's still a good song. Yeah, I mean, I still would rather hear it.
Yeah.
It's a good point. He makes a good point.
Yep.
It is kind of weird.
Yep. What do you got?
All right. So I've got a question here by Deuce. And I think this is on Twitter. We talked about this last week, actually, though. Any chance they change the set list at all? Like replace Say Ya and Hide Your Heart with Calling Dr. Love and Creatures of the Night. See, I don't think they'll replace those songs with those songs. If they want to replace Say Ya, they're going to replace it with Modern Day Delilah. If they're going to replace Hide Your Heart, maybe they'll replace it with Forever. If they're going to replace, if they're going to put in Creatures of the Night and Calling Dr. Love, they'll take out another makeup era type songs. I mean, he makes a good point, but I don't. And again, I believe they're going to probably change one or two songs at most. They're not going to change 5 or 6 songs, from Tacoma to Baton Rouge. They're just not. That's not what Kiss does.
They're not going to change anything. The set list is what you're going to get. That's it. They've never changed their set list. And I know we talked about this last week briefly. I know you think that there may be some changes later on. I don't. I'll be shocked if they do it.
Will you be shocked, me?
Yeah, right.
So we'll see. We'll find out. So it looks like we're about
I got one more. I got one more.
You got one more? Okay,
got
go
one
ahead.
more. Another one from Twitter here. This is from Dave. How long do you actually see this end of the road tour lasting? They talk of a 2 to 3 year tour that seems wildly ambitious. Once the novelty wears off with the new stage, the stagnant set list, where do they go from there? Do they call the Spaceman or the Catman?
Yeah, I think he may be right. I figure they're all set and for a while because then they go to Europe.
Yep.
And so they'll be off the radar here for a while. I mean, it stops after, I think, a year and a half.
Okay.
They don't have any future date set. And then I think they're going to, rearrange everything and figure it out and look at what they have in front of them. And maybe they do go back into them and say, okay, we got the last half of the tour. Thank God we didn't have to deal with Ace and Peter for that. But do you want them back? Do we need them? Let's bring them back and let's set this up and let's do these dates. I hope that's what they're doing. But I think they're like, you know what? Fucking, I don't need this shit right now. We're happy to go out like we are. We'll make our money. Other than the reunion, which was, it wasn't like, again, we talked about this. It wasn't Ace. I wasn't like Eric Singer and Tommy in Ace and Peter's makeup. And then the original Ace and Peter came back. Yeah. Right? Where all of a sudden they're back and now Kiss is going on a tour and they sold out more. It was the reunion because they put on the makeup and the original members came back. Right. That's what really did it. That's when they did Tiger Stadium. But Kiss has never been a stadium filler.
Never.
No, they did some arenas and some stuff, but they were never filling up,
Nope.
huge, areas. So, people's expectations, I think they're wild. I know they ruled everything in the 70s.
Yeah.
But even that, they weren't doing huge. Like first of all, they can't with all that equipment and everything.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
So, I think people's expectations need to be simmered down.
Totally. Agreed. Yep. I agree. I agree. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this a little bit more. I don't know. 2 to 3 years seems wildly optimistic. I mean, that's
Christ's sake, somebody could die during that time.
I know. God forbid. I know it sounds morbid. Jesus Christ. It's
I don't know what the fuck's going to happen in 3 years.
Yeah. We don't know what's going to happen in 3 months. I hope they make it to March so we can see them.
Exactly. I mean, who knows? With the drama and Kiss, you never know what's going to happen. I'd like to think they can still do it. I still got a feeling they're going to do like a residency in Vegas. And they're not going to call it a tour.
That could be the smart thing.
They'll do the Kiss cruise. Maybe they'll do some solo projects. Every once in a while, they'll do a 5-city tour.
Yep.
You know, we're going to hit New York, Boston, Atlanta.
Maybe.
Los Angeles. Something like that.
Yeah.
And then they'll do like, a couple years from then, they'll do Vegas for like 6 months. Yeah, something like that. They're not just going to go away.
I think they set themselves up to kind of be embarrassed a little bit if they're on record as saying that the tour is going to last 2 to 3 years. What happens if it doesn't? Then everyone's, like Stewart out there is going to be like, oh, see, they couldn't do it. That's why they couldn't do it. Like, why even say?
They couldn't do it because they're fucking 70.
That's my point. So why even say 2 to 3 years? Why not just say, we're going to go out, we're going to do an end of the road farewell tour, we're going to say goodbye to all our fans. We don't know where it's going to take us from here. Like, why be like, 2 to 3 years? Like that. Gene's going to be 72 or whatever by the time. I mean, come on, dude. My mother's 75. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. I mean,
so I don't know.
Oh, well. All right. So that wraps up another episode.
Certainly does.
Yeah. Famous last words, my friend?
Well, she's a vision in leather, like salt on the wound. Just a turn of the knob, and she's real fine-tuned.
Terrible. And I think this is like par for the course because of this album in this era. And Gene, and good Lord, did he not respect women at the time. Girls love money. Like bees to honey, lonely.
Terrible.
Is the hunter.
Terrible.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
man.
So that ends another episode. Before we go, though, we do like to remind everybody to please follow us on Twitter, Instagram. We have our Facebook page. Email us questions, comments at shoutitoutloudcast, loudcast one word, at gmail.com, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. You can find us on all the platforms, Apple iTunes. You can find us on Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, Podomatic. We're there. The best way to help other people find us and to spread the Kiss love is to give us one of those nice reviews and comment and tell people why you think they should listen to us, or tell us why you think we stink. We would prefer you didn't, but, it's a free country. The comments, the feedback on Twitter, as you can tell, guys, we interact with you. We love it. So keep it going. Tom?
And thank you so far we've gotten some really nice iTunes reviews, so we appreciate that very much. We appreciate the feedback and the interaction on our social media pages. Like we've said from day one, this is not about us, it's about Kiss, and we just want everybody to just enjoy it. So thank you, everybody, and we will see you all next week.
So, as they say, peace out, girls.